We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we officially have done it. We've been trying to do it all day. Now we do it. Multiple orders. It's working. Window for the orders in 3, 2, 1. Multiple instruments. Truly a thing of beauty. Look at that. NASDAQ and S&P future options. Look at the strikes. S&P's 3680. NASDAQ 12,700. It's excellent. Now look at the prices. They're question marks. That means that the quotes that they were sending were not bids, lasts, or asks. They were some Greek calculation. But now look at these new orders that come through for NASDAQ. And, you know, they're coming based on tick of delayed data. So it's based off tick of delayed data and our log, console log, Algo trader, as we said. This is the only aspect we can see of it. So they're out of order, but you can see there and the S&Ps are coming in. So look at that, NASDAQ, S&Ps, a lot of orders. Well, again, these strikes, and look at the prices. Let's see. The prices will update when they get a good quote. Okay, look at that. See, now it's a 67 there on the S&P 3680. And now it's back to the question marks. Why is it the question marks? That's the question that I have, and that's what helped me get through this. Opening up the data more. If it was just set up for a bid or that's it, 80, field 80, we wouldn't be getting any of this action. Because it would be saying, oh, well, we got to wait for a price tick. But look, none of these are price ticks because they're empty. They're question marks. So what I did, I decided, well, let's just submit empty orders that won't get accepted, but will let us see, are there some bids at least? Will we get orders per bid? And then we can start to filter them out. But the question was, can we do it on multiple instruments? Obviously we could, but we struggled. You remember, I've been very pissed about it, very frustrated. The past 2 weeks from Mexico to the United States, I've been coding this same issue, getting distracted in one place. Now I come here and it struggled, but today I was able to resolve it. Now we've got the S&P, the 3680 put at a price of, well, let's take a look at the price we're getting it in, question mark. So that bid, that was not a bid that was submitted. Now we've got the NASDAQ at 12,700, no price on the order. But you see, when it does have a price on the order, that means that there was a price that changed in the market that's real, a real bid, a real offer, etc. Now look at that, 67.75. So that S&P put that we just looked at is at 67.75. That 3680. So we know, and now it's back to question marks because that means these are ticks. These are ticks. Everything is on a tick. So every time a bid changes or an ask changes or a last changes. So I solved this. Some of you may be wondering, how did I solve that? Well, let me tell you what the issue was first. And let me pull up the code as well so we can get that. So this is the console trader, as you know. Console trader, not the UI. We have another UI app, but this is the one that I'm working on most aggressively now. So we can see these orders, they're still coming through. I'm trying to show the code and the orders at the same time for you. Right, not a big deal. You can see them right there, that 53.58, right? And you can see the log, so on that 53.68, okay? So the orders are coming through. So let's take a look at the code right now. What did we change? Well, we added in the symbol structure, and I had been testing this out. Actually, I had been doing this halfway. Never fully pushed it. Why did I not push it all the way? Because I was making changes, running the app, and not getting any data because I had to keep waiting for these ticks, and I had it set at one field. I had it set at, look, field equals 80 equals 80. Look, in the FOB. Look here. they're all the same function, right? So this is really working nice. You know, we can see these orders, they're coming through non-stop. And let's get it back into the code. Let's focus on that. So we did this, and that didn't solve the issue with multiple instruments. That solved the issue with not enough feedback instantly. So that was the key here. When you're debugging, you want feedback instantly. You want it to become alive. You want a heartbeat. And if you're getting ticks, you want to be able to take that as a heartbeat. And if it's not an 80, or if it's an 81, 82, 83, then now it will process that, and we can get some feedback. So we got that figured out, and that was huge. Huge, huge, huge. The way we solved and this will need to be changed for live, by the way. But the way we solved the issue with the contract request ID, that was a pain in the ass. And that is what I've been working on for multiple weeks. And you know, if anybody's watched my stuff, sometimes when I struggle to get things completed, I completely freak out. And, you know, so it's best for me to focus and just complete them, because now they're done and I can relax a little bit more and move on to the next task, which there are infinite amounts of. So, let's proceed. What was the function? What was the method? It was pretty, actually, simple. As I had alluded earlier, I created a new integers, memory ticker, and request ID option. So these instruments had not been able to fully been completed earlier because I hadn't been aware of the expansion of the field types. So now that that was taken care of, I was able to say, okay, now let's try this integer increase of overall and I think I may have actually talked about this in previous videos, but what we did is symbol structure is request ID option. Now we added this 888, we have 1777, we have 1666. This is NQ, ES, and NQ. So I'm actually going to experiment here in just a few moments and try and change this from an NQ to something more exciting, like another instrument that's trading on the Globex. Okay, why? Because I want to get rid of the duplicate NQ, but I needed that just to get through this. So 888, 777, 666, and they have request ID 123. Now, if we go down to inside tick, inside option tick, match, did match ticker ID. So this is the function that we've just added, a matcher. So we go, okay, here, let's go through all of the TWS contracts that we have, ES, NQ, like it would be like this. We just saw it up there, NQ, ES, and then, as we saw, NQ again. And that's what we're going through here. So it's saying, okay, cycle through there. And we gave them a new function. We gave it the option ID. Remember, we added the option request ID option, and we said, okay, that equals 666, right? 777, 888, right? So now we've got all that. So we said, all right, now we know that. So ticker ID is going to be that, one of these. And you say, well, how do you get that 666, 777, 888 to appear in the ticker ID tick option computation? The answer is we pull, first of all, we can just do a search, rec ID option. That's why it's nice to have proper naming. But you can set it equal to, we set it equal to, actually, where we call it. And we call it in a request market data. And because it was an option contract, it automatically gets routed this, instead of tick price, it gets routed to this option computation area we were just focused in. And what is the ID? Check it out, request ID option. So that is saying, okay, we're going to do an option request. In here we store the calls and the puts, which is kind of an elaborate thing. I actually forget how I did that. I have to review that because eventually that needs to get redone as well. There's definitely a lot of multiple requests that can be cut out. So we've got this request ID option, and now we need to take this. Oh, I've already done it, so I can relax. But I'm just telling you guys about this. So now we've got that request ID option, and we can push that into this other function, which we do right here, right? So there's where they're named. That's where they're pulled out of. Okay, so we say here ticker ID is going to be that request ID option. So look here. Now we say int ASDS. It's an unnecessary phrase. It doesn't mean anything. Just gibberish. Both symbol list dot get I integer, which is basically the I of the 3 contract list loop it's going through, dot request ID option. So, and then the next line is if ASDS equals ticker ID, then open parentheses, and I put this whole tick option computation function inside of that if ASDS equals ticker ID, because what that says is go through the contracts and get their request IDs that they have prescribed already. I gave them in arbitrarily, and then say, does that match the ticker ID in the function that is being called currently? If it does, then proceed forward and check for the field 80, 81, 82, 83, and then set the option price in the ticker. So that is how we were able to break through with the multiple instruments, because in the past it was awful. We were setting ASDS to 0, and that is the obvious reason we were having the issue. And I needed to just get through the contract list, and frankly I was having apprehension because I just didn't want to integrate a loop, but you know, I had to integrate a loop, unfortunately. Is it unfortunate? It's not unfortunate. It's not unfortunate, but I feel like there might be a better way to do it by calling a tick option computation, canceling it, for example, but knowing which tick option computation was just run. But that would be a debate for scholars for years to come to handle. Let's carry on, shall we? We will proceed forward with one task before this video ends that I'm curious about and I want to know. First of all, I'm going to simply say, hey Siri, what are some Globex future products?
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. Could you please repeat what you said?
Hey Siri, what are some Globex CME Group Globex future products?
I'm not sure I'm hearing you correctly. My apologies.
Hey Siri, what are some CME Group Globex future products?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Hey Siri, what are some CME Group Globex future products?
Okay, I found this on the web for what are some CME Group Globex future products. Check it.
Don't mind if I do. Globex. I wish she would have just told me. Do I have to call their office? Hey, what are some of your Globex products? Sir, you know that's available on the web. This is for emergency only. Featured products. NASDAQ, S&P. Alright, here we go. ZC, ZS, CL, NG, ES, NQ, 6E, GE, ZN, SR, GC, HG, copper. In the order as mentioned: corn, soybean, WTI, crude oil, Henry Hub natural gas, emini S&P 500, emini NASDAQ 100, the two that we're using, the Euro FX, the Euro dollar, the 10-year T-note, SOFR, gold, copper. Alright. I think that if we add the WTI crude oil, CL, I think they want us to put NYMEX in the exchange, But frankly, I don't want to do that right now. I just want to add, I don't want to deal with the different exchanges. I know NYMEX is a Globex product, apparently, according to this website. Or maybe these are not Globex products, but these are definitely, I mean, majority of them are. And I think they are Globex products. Yeah, Globex. They're Globex. But I think that if we put Globex for WTI crude, I think that it will generate an error. But you know what? We're going to try it. We're going to try it right now. So what we'll do is we're going to change NQ, the last one, from NQ simply to we'll put CL. All right, let's go. Play it, push it, run it. Running. Let's see, our last order we had was 6086.2. All right, we've got some orders already. 6086, last order we had. Okay, 6086, last order that we had. Okay, so it will take a few moments. The console is running. It will take a few moments. Generally does. And we didn't change anything dramatic, just added one more symbol. It's pretty incredible that my mobile hotspot is running this. It's incredible, it truly is. You know, it has its moments, and you've certainly heard me complain about it if you watch a lot. But here we go, we're starting to get some computations. Pretty sure we're getting some order sense action. Order sent. Okay, and we are getting orders now. Excellent. We've got the NASDAQ, we've got the S&P. I'm not seeing any crude oil. No crude oil. As I had feared, I'm quite certain that it's related to the the NYMEX. Yeah, pretty sure. Okay. Let's try. Let's open the Interactive Brokers platform and type into the watch list. Just type in 6E for the euro. Come on. Vámonos. Por favor. 6E. It's good to see that the NQ and the S&P are both operating, but we want to add a third. I know we're getting greedy here with adding more, but that's how you diversify. I have my hope basically have this running on multiple instruments, basically looking to buy the cheapest options based on volatility. We'll have to get into the volatility calculations in the future. We're no pun intended, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, I sincerely was not intending. Alright, come on. Let's get this 6E.